we said we want to do something about obesity. We said, where do we start? And we decided to start with the bathroom scale. From all the things at home, what reminds you about health? The bathroom scale is it.
The scale, yeah.
And then we said, okay, what do we know about the scale? And we know 3 things about the scale. The first thing we know is that it's a really good thing to stand up on a scale every morning. Not so good to stand in the evening. In the morning it's good. Why? Not because we weigh less, but because if you stand up on a scale in the morning, you remind yourself that you want to be healthy. And therefore you eat a little bit less for breakfast. You step on the scale at night, you just go to sleep, you forget about the whole thing, right?
Okay.
So stepping on the scale in the morning is a really good thing.
Okay.
Fact number 1. Fact number 2, weight fluctuates a lot. Weight can fluctuate 3 or 4 pounds a day. For people who are obese, it can fluctuate 8 pounds a day. What does this fluctuation create? So we mentioned loss aversion. People hate losing more than we enjoy gaining.
Right.
In weight, it's the opposite. Imagine somebody that on average doesn't change their weight, but the weight fluctuates up and down, up and down, up and down. The up days, you increase 2 pounds, really miserable. The down days, happy, but they don't make up for it. So misery, slight happiness. Misery, slight happiness. The average experience is miserable. So what do people do? They stop stepping on the scale. It's an unpleasant experience.
Right.
And then the third thing, and we've done lots of research on this, is that people expect their bodies to react very quickly. So people say something like, they say to themselves, I have been on a diet since yesterday morning. I got up, I ate nothing, I had salad for lunch, I went for a run later, I did nut salad for dinner, and now I stand on the scale and nothing happened. Or worse, my weight went up. It fluctuates so much. The body takes about 10 days to 2 weeks to react. But we don't understand this. If we've been on diet for 3 days, we expect a quick change. So what did we decide to do? You look at all of these elements. Scale is important, stepping in the morning, no gain aversion, and no bad inferences. Because, imagine you be on a diet for 3 days, and then you gain a pound. And then you take a day off, and then you lose half a pound. But it's very confusing and demotivating. So we decided to create a scale with no display. We said, let's separate the act of stepping on a scale from the act of getting feedback. It's not the same thing. So we get people to step on a scale. If they step on a scale in the morning, we say, congratulations, you've done your job. That's one. And then we give people the feedback, not in terms of pounds, but in a 5-point feedback mechanism.
Okay.
You're within 1 standard deviation, just the same, slightly worse, slightly better, much worse, much better. And this is a running average of the last 3 weeks. And the reason this is better is that we're trying to take away the variance, right? I mean, for me, information is not about historical accuracy. It's about helping people understand the relationship between cause and effect, what I've done, what came out of it. And if you start eating better, you should see an improvement. And if you start eating more dessert, you should see something going on. And the other thing we do is we celebrate nothing bad happened, which is also important, right? In health, we almost never celebrate.
When you don't, when you don't get fat, or when you don't have a heart attack. Right?
Yeah. So we did this study in a call center. This is with people who are basically low income and obese, a tough population to change their behavior. And some people got our scale, and some people got the regular scale that says you're 189.2 pounds. The people who got scale with regular reporting gained about 0.3% of their body weight every month for 5 months.
This is a normal scale, basically, that tells you every day. Okay,
yeah.
So they gained some weight, right?
Every month. And then the people who got our scale lost 0.7% of their body weight every month for 5 months. Now, for me, that's a beautiful result. Now, it's not enough loss. We want to get to 1%. But if you look at this and you say, my goodness, this scale has a lot of interesting psychology. If you have a scale in your bathroom, you've allocated 2 square feet of good real estate to something, and then on top of that, you recognize what are the things about it that motivate people and don't motivate people. So we got, in our scale, 80% of the people stood up on the scale 6 times or more per week, right? Which is amazing. The regular scale, of course, people stop standing on it very quickly because it's demotivating.
And you don't tell them the immediate wait reaction.
No.
You just tell them...
For the first 10 days, we tell them nothing.
Nothing.
We just say
Isn't
wait.
that fascinating? The scale doesn't say anything.
Well, we give them little feet.
Right.
We say,
okay.
we'll tell you. And then we start telling them, but it's a 5-point color scale.
Okay.
And that's it. And
so access to information is not always a good thing.
Access to information and the right granularity.
Okay.
So imagine I measured your blood pressure. And I gave you your blood pressure feedback every 5 minutes. You would go crazy. You would be completely confused about what's going on.
Yeah.
Because the reality is it's not about information. It's about understanding cause and effect.